Hey, welcome to another Confidence in Christ with Kayla. Today we are going to just highlight a little bit of the story of Elijah, which can be found in 1 Kings 17, 18, and then it kind of finishes up in 19. But when I have done a study on Elijah actually twice last year, and I'll probably do it again this year because there's just so much to unpackage there. But I wrote down on a little note card how to invite the fire of God onto myself, onto you. And I just wanted to kind of give you those kind of highlights of how to call down fire, just like Elijah did on Mount Carmel to prove that God was the one true God. Like, how do we get that same fire and passion inside of us? So these are the notes that I wrote down. We have to be intentional. We have to be deliberate with how we invite God, how we give Him and invite Him with our sacrifice, our talents, our gifts, our abilities, the things that He has given us that we can give back to Him and allow Him alone to start the fire. So I'm totally guilty of I know God gave me this gift and I'm going to use this and it's going to touch all these people. Well, it might not even be God ordained because I'm the one that's trying to start the fire. So just being patient and being intentional with allowing God to start the fire and not myself. Another point that I had was to step forward, that we don't want to blend in. We want to be bold. We want to step away from the crowd. Back in Elijah's day, it kind of gets missed, but there were lots of other prophets of God around, but they were hiding in hills, scared for their lives because of the king that was reigning at the time. Elijah was the only one that God spoke to, and Elijah was the only one that had the guts to step forward. So just trying to have that boldness that Elijah had. And then the last one I wrote down was never underestimate the power of a simple prayer. Prayer unlocks all the things that God has planned for us to do. Anyways, it just unlocks it. And we've talked about prayer before and just how God doesn't want fancy words. He doesn't want anything big and flashy. He just wants us. And sometimes a simple prayer can call down fire, just like it did for Elijah on Mount Carmel. So I hope today that gives you confidence that you can have the same fire that was all those thousands of years ago, and it can ignite in not only your heart, but in others around you as well.